Here's why holidays can get you the best deals. So I'm gonna give you two examples. I just lived one today. So I had a client that I've been working with for the past 2 weeks. I met him at a Lake Stevens open house. And so, geez Louise, we have so many flies in here. And so what happened was I met them at Lake Stevens. They are originally from California. They've been looking for a home and they just haven't been able to find a home. We sat down, we went over the buying process and why they wanted to buy, when they wanted to buy. They wanted to buy pretty quickly. One thing I loved about these clients is that they were ready right off the bat. So we met on Saturday. They got their stuff. We met at the Lake Stevens open house on Saturday. We were to sit down and talk about the buying process on Monday. And they got all their documents needed for the lender on Monday. So they worked their butts off to get it all done, which was like amazing. So they applied right then and there. So you get to show how motivated they were. And their biggest goal was to move to Lake Stevens because they love the Lake Stevens area. They love the Lake Stevens School District. And of course, who doesn't love Lake Stevens? Like the lake. I specifically love the lake. I love Lundin Park because then you can like rent, what are they called? You can rent like the standing boards. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so we started looking at houses and we were getting beaten over and over and over on homes. I think we looked at like 6 houses. And they have a very specific criteria of what they're looking for. They're looking for a 4-bedroom with potentially a den and around 2.5 bathrooms with a good sized yard because they have a daughter and they want to have some fun with the backyard. And so again, we just couldn't find it. And then after 2 weeks of looking and not finding anything and getting beat up or getting beaten out by offers over and over and over, we decided to sit down and strategize. And then Easter is actually tomorrow, but this was a couple days before Easter. And this is why you can get the best deals as a buyer during the holidays. So she said to me, she's like, how about we do this? Let's like sit down and strategize. And she was curious. She's like, we keep saying that houses are going on the market. And then during the weekend, they have the open house and they go under contract on that Monday or that Tuesday. And so then I said, yes, that's very, very true. And the reason why they do that is because exactly what you're saying is they have the open houses and then they can go under contract on Monday, Tuesday because they had a lot of just people coming in during the weekends. And she said, well, what if we wait out the open house and then we try to go see it maybe the next, Monday or Tuesday. So if they've been on the market for 6 or 7 days, this gives us a really good opportunity. And I said, yes, I like exactly what you're thinking. And we did just that. There was this house that was really cute. This was something they were looking at, and she found it, and they were supposed to go under contract. I called the listing broker, and the listing broker told me, so we actually had somebody interested in the property. They wrote up the offer, but the reason why they didn't go with this specific buyer is because she spoke with the lender, and the lender said that one of the buyers didn't have their green card come in just yet. And this can take months, this can take years. I had a client specifically wait for their green card, and that was gonna take months. It took about a year. And so she said, you know what, I'm just gonna wait it out. And so my client, we went to go look at the property, and as soon as I heard that, I asked as well, do we have any other offers on hand at the moment? And she said, no other offers. And I said, guys, this could be it. And because it's Easter, not a lot of people are out right now doing anything because they're getting ready for Easter. They're enjoying the sunshine because Seattle finally has sunny weather. And so I went to the office, wrote up the offer. We just got it under contract. And then another story, I shared with them the same thing. My arm's getting all tired. I shared with them the same thing. I had another client, or I had somebody, a business partner of mine. He actually got one of his clients one of the best deals that he could have during 4th of July. So he literally told me that he got a property under contract while he was on a boat on the river with a margarita in his hand. Because again, people that are wanting to go out and buy homes, yes, they go out, they're motivated, but then there's a lot of people that pull back during the holidays, during wintertime, because wintertime, of course, nobody wants to move during the winter. Holidays, because again, it's the holidays. Like, people are going to get ready for Easter. And then when you're a buyer and you feel like you're getting beat up over and over and over, go and look during the holidays, because during the holidays is the best opportunity for you to go out and buy a home, because then competition goes down significantly.